Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's up? Officially back. I know we did a hiatus last week, but your man Taz is back. It's TAZ coming to you live again. You're watching right now New Wave Radio on September 4th. All right? September 4th, 2020. This is New Wave Radio. Thank you for tuning in, baby. Yeah. What's going on? What's up? How y'all been? What's been going on? We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Uh, do a real quick recap. Y'all missed me last week. Things was going on. Uh, Took a little trip. We got to see some things, networked. We did some nice stuff. So we definitely got more things coming to y'all very shortly. It's going to be amazing. Go back, look at the other shows to see how amazing the progress has been already. Uh, I've seen some of y'all talking about, Miss Key with the angelic hands and the business. She was excited about the views. She was excited about everything that happened. So we're going to bring her back. We're going to definitely step into the field of business. We just and show you how that business. We had to first show you how that business of hers growed and how she grew her children's business to show you how she got that business knowledge. All right. So if you go back, you can go back on all of our social media and catch some of the snippets behind the scenes and the full videos if you go follow the following, which Facebook, Magi Productions, right? Then you go on Instagram and it's Taz_influence. Okay? Then you go on YouTube, which we're on YouTube now, guys. You can go ahead, like, share, and subscribe there. And you can catch Magi Productions production of New Wave Radio. It is Magi Productions, all right? MAJII Productions. You got to be there or you're going to be square. You feel me? So, thank you all for tuning in today. We do got some things to talk about. We have had for the last 2 weeks the Democratic and Republican national parties going on. We do still need to vote, guys. We're going to touch on that topic. Then we're going to touch on a little bit more of September. It's finally September. We gonna finally see what this part of 2020 has for us. August kind of ended very strongly. We're gonna talk about, we gonna come back around to that. We're gonna talk about this Monica and Brandy versus battle, bro. I don't know if y'all tuned in. If y'all didn't, go on YouTube, go watch it. Yo, that Monica versus Brandy. When I say put me on, yo, guys, I was into it. I was into it. So, and then we definitely have to cover, we definitely have to cover the loss of our brother, our king, our icon, our hero, Chadwick Boseman, and his passing. And just how impactful that was to not only the community at large, the black community at large, but how it was just impactful for so many other reasons. Um, so we're definitely going to get into that, right? But let's go ahead start this off. Let's start this off right by talking about the Democratic and Republican National Party. So for the last 2 weeks, the Democrats and Republicans been hosting their national parties just to, excuse me, guys, get viewers up, to also push votes, to also teach on certain subjects, and to enlighten us on what they're going to do and what mainly Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be doing, with also President Trump and his runner-up will be doing to push for the American people to have a better living, better wages. What's the plan going to be for the next 4 years, and what's the plan going into office? You know, one thing that I've seen, one thing that was just plain across the board, was that a lot of focus right now is on how do we get over coronavirus. And it wasn't a clear answer, right? And nothing about this is going to be clear. Let's understand that. Let's understand that no answers we're getting are clear about how to deal with this, how to come back from this, and how to push forward with this. But I do like that I've heard certain contingency plans to build the businesses up, and for there to be jobs that's produced by American people to build the American dollar, not only bringing our businesses back in full bloom, but also giving us a way to maintain jobs and maintain a dollar in the home and maintain a dollar in our communities. I think that's really dope. I think that's been a upside of everything. I like the challenges that were presented from going against Joe Biden, to going against President Trump, to going against Kamala Harris, to going against some of the movements that's going on, pushing further and understanding further of what's going to happen, not only with this virus, but with what kind of shifted our focus from the virus, which is the Black Lives Matter movement. I think that's very important to showcase, because right now we keep losing people. We just had someone shot 7 times and he survived. First thing I thought was like, whoa, 50 Cent got shot again. That's crazy, because who thought he gonna have to get hit 7 more times just to be 50 Cent again? But it was definitely a tearjerker. It was definitely hard to hear. and to understand that this happened to someone who wasn't in any street work, who wasn't in anything wrong or wrongdoing. This was just a simple man in Wisconsin that got shot by someone who's supposed to protect and serve. And it's very fearful to see that. It's very disheartening to see this still going on. To understand that, we're losing a downhill battle. It's losing an uphill, downhill guys. It's just disheartening to understand and to see. And we need a better answer. And I'm glad that was covered. Everything I don't agree with. I don't think anything will be solved until we definitely get out there and vote for our local things. So, as your police chief, as your judges, as your mayors, as your governors, until we elect those things, until we get up every day and go and re-elect and elect and re-elect those people that we truly believe need to be in that office, there's no way we're honestly going to see any change. Don't put your confidence and faith into the man above. Put it into the man who works every day for the man above. And that's something we just have to keep doing, guys. So get out there, get out and vote, get out there and push and go forward, move forward, and let's change this country so our kids can have a country to even have. And we're gonna move away from the topic, but I definitely seen something that just hit me when I was scrolling earlier and just thinking like, wow, earlier, just trying to just getting your morning scrolling and catching yourself up on stuff, and it hit hard when I seen someone said that if I ever see an American flag in your bio or on your page, I already feel like you're racist. And it's crazy that our American flag is now synonymous to racism. So, with that, guys, we need a change. We need something different. And let's keep working for something different. Because now is the time. So, besides that, we gonna definitely talk on this, The Boy Is Mine, Angel in Disguise, everything Monica, everything Brandy, tell me I'm not the only one who watched that. Tell me I'm not the only one who's seen these versus battles, guys. Yo, these versus battles, when I say they were phenomenal, they were the best. Now, let's cover something first. This versus battle between Brandy and Monica has been talked about for months now, since versus really has been coming up. Um, I think they were trying to push this to be the first female versus battle that they had, but with Monica wasn't. Monica was not, you know, trying to push any negative story, any negative stereotype, or trying to instigate the rest of social media, because you know how they are. As soon as one jab is taken, they gonna fire back up that, oh, Brandy and Monica are still beefing, and Monica doesn't need that, man. That's a grown woman, dog. She doing more with her time and her kids and her career, and fighting for the justices of other people than the injustice of other people, than having time to deal with social media. So, with the change of this tide, it was explosive. It was, and I mean explosive, guys. When you tune into the show, you tune in. They have the little warm up conversation, and they have the little warm up talks, and from the beginning, you see somebody like Kamala Harris come in and already push, such a sisterhood. It's amazing to think that your future first black female vice president would be on something like this already, just to welcome in the nation. Then you had the views get up to 1.2 million. Guys, this wasn't even supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. Now you got 1.2 million people on your views. How amazing is that? And to be real with y'all, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be transparent as can be. I'm gonna let y'all in on something. Don't take away my black card. Don't take away my R&B card. For real, I really, before this, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I did not listen to Brandy like that. I know you already looking at me funny. You about to change this radio station. I get it. Guys, I just did. I heard some of Brandy. Like, we all heard Angels in Disguise. We all heard Boy Is Mine. Never Say Never. But guys, I was with Monica for the longest of times, guys. I didn't know that I was, missing so much Brandy in my life. I remember slow jams with Usher, the first night, like this and like that. Everything to me. Why I Love You So Much, Angel of Mine. I was like for you. And then, guys, look, I'm a 90s baby. Monica came across my TV When I first watched the Space Jam VHS and I had to hear For You I Will, come on guys. Can you blame me? Like, now it's nothing taken away from Brandy. Because Brandy was on my TV screen every day with Moesha and, her other shows. And, I can't really say anything against that. But music wise, I wasn't on the radar for Brandy, man. I'm sorry. So, Miss Brandy, I am so sorry. Uh, I apologize that, I really dropped the ball on that one. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. Uh, this is definitely a new person who is going back in your catalogs to listen to all of your songs. Um, but it was so comforting. I think and it's not to take away from Monica, because Monica was doing amazing. After every song she played, she gave you some of the vocals that were just amazing and phenomenal, with such a strong, powerful voice that she has. You never could really overlook Monica. Uh, I just thought it was very powerful, from the poems and the speeches and everything that Brandy gave. I thought it was great. I thought it was dope. You know, it was definitely, some of those was like definitely just like, dang, again, you got another poem. Like, how many poems you prepared for this show? But when you really listen to them, man, when you really listen to them, they all had a message. And Brandy just caught me right there in the fields when she did "I Miss You" and did the poem about Chadwick Boseman, man. So I was just from there she caught me. She caught me, man. I don't know what else to say. She caught me. I loved it. I loved the presentation, and I loved just the energy, man. So shout out to Versus, because Versus is still going on strong. It's been keeping us sane in this quarantine. Pandemic. Pandemic watches are going up. Quarantine watches are going up. I think this is something we're gonna have to keep going and keep doing, even when society opens back up. Really, once society opens back up, guys, I really do hope Versus takes their talents to stages, man. And I really hope that we get to get another different experience, live in concert. Honestly, I want to see some of these in concert, dog. Just to get that real, just in person vibe, the energy of just hearing them sing right to you. You feel me? I think that's gonna be amazing. I really do. I think that's going to be how we come out of this pandemic. We need a versus battle. Uh, we need a versus battle somewhere on somebody's stage, and just putting it out there because I've been seeing it and because I would like to see it myself. Uh, the next female versus battle, we need to have like Little Kim versus Foxy Brown. Yeah, I'm just saying. You feel me? I think Little Kim versus Foxy Brown would be a real versus battle for another like powerhouse female battle royale. That's just me. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. For real. Like, am I the only one who want to see this? Just let me know. If I'm the only one that let me know. But I think everybody wants to see this Foxy Brown versus Little Kim. Um, and but let me know on Taz_influence, Instagram, Taz_influence on Twitter. Let me also know on Facebook, Magi Productions. So, and y'all tell me what's up. Y'all tell me what's good. Right? Uh, and you know, we gonna kind of wrap this first half up and bring y'all more to talk about. We're definitely gonna cover in the second half of the show the passing of our brother Chadwick Boseman and how heartfelt and how amazing and how heart-wrenching and how iconic this passing was for all of us in this time. And we're gonna bring you more of that on the second half. But before we end this first half, you already know that you have to get a social shout out. There's no way New Wave Radio would be playing without giving a social shout out to those who are changing and showing that changing the world and showing us that the world still has beauty in it and beautiful people in it at all times, and how much magic it expresses and shows, not only in our everyday lives but in urban and black everyday life also. So our social shout out this week, you can see on my page, Taz_influence on Instagram. It's Miss Bloom. Miss Bloom, who is 10 years old. Lil Mama is 10 years old, and she was strutting into her birthday party, hyped, lot of energy, lot of love, a lot of people was there. And she brought you all the feels. She brought you all the feels, the faces. She she jumping around, she hyped, she moving. And why not? It's her 10th birthday, man. I just loved it because it was so beautiful. And it's, black girl magic to see that even during the pandemic, nothing will keep her down. And nothing will dim her light. And it will keep showing and keep shining no matter what's going on. And I love it, and I love you, and I thank you for being so beautiful and energetic and hype, Miss Bloom and Miss Bloom's family. Y'all are lit, and keep that light shining, man. This little icon gonna keep shining and keep growing, and look out for it, cause obviously she coming, and she got a lot to say and bring when she do come. So if you want to see that story, you can follow her on Instagram at BLOOMIEEE_. That is BLOOMI 5 E's_ Bloomy on Instagram. Alright? So, shout out to y'all. That's social shout outs. Shout out y'all for y'all coming back, tuning in, having a good old time with us, and be ready for the second half because we coming back, and we coming back hard. This is New Wave Radio, and you listening with your man Taz, the Wise Man, on VTRadio.com. Yeah, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to New Wave Radio on VTRadio.com. Man, thank you for joining us again. This is your man, Taz the Wise Man. Everywhere you can follow me on Instagram at Taz_influence, on Twitter at Taz_influence. Then you can go ahead, jump over to Facebook, follow me at Magi Productions, and YouTube. Follow me, like, share, and subscribe on Magi Productions. That's Majii Productions. Man, you already know what it is. It's the new wave, baby. So follow me on it, right? Um, so we come back and we are definitely going to jump into the conversation of losing our brother Chadwick Boseman. Um, it's uh, it's a hard transition losing a brother like this. Um, definitely, definitely to a disease that we never knew he had. If you don't know, you do not know, Chadwick Boseman passed away August 28th of 2020. Our brother was, you know, our brother. Our brother was simply like almost, what, 44, guys? What, 40? No, he was 43. Um, and it's just, it's hard to see this. I know I was, and it's crazy because I was with family and we all just kicking it, having a good old time. And when I heard about it, I was just, watching. I was just watching a movie. I think we were watching Bad Boys. We were watching the newest Bad Boys. Um, which, shout out to Martin Lawrence and Will Smith and everyone else who was in that movie, because the movie was great and I can definitely see what y'all did with that. Definitely waiting for Bad Boys 4 now that, we kind of set it up that way. But, it was like, yeah, Chadwick both. My cousin just hit me like, yeah, yo, they said Chadwick Boseman died. What? From what? And in this climate and time, it's like it you don't want to think like, oh, did he die from police brutality? Did he die from any altercation? Did he die from, what did he die from? Because I think for most of us, it was like when Paul Walker died. It came out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like, you were prepared for this. It wasn't like where you knew this was going on. It just like got up one day and just hit you. And I think that's the toughest part about, I think this is the toughest part about remembering our brother Chadwick, that we just felt like we didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And I think that was the hardest part about it. And what makes it even more, like, what makes it even more just hard to imagine is that he had cancer. he had colon cancer, and he had it for 4 years. He was diagnosed with in 2016 with colon cancer, and it just grew progressively worse. Uh, and we never knew about it, and we never knew how much it was impacting him and how much he was doing and going through when this happened. Uh, obviously figuring this out, like 2016, you gotta date yourself back to see, like, okay, what from 2016 to 2020, what has Chadwick Boseman done? And he's come out with 5 different movies in a span of 4 years. Each one bringing a phenomenal role to each one, standing up, standing tall and knocking out the park. Each one, with a different cast, different director, never showing anything. No one knew. And for you to bring the same energy and the same level of dedication and the same level of energy and workmanship and drive and sense of worth to each character, it's mind blowing. It's crazy to think that you had that type of work ethic, even being, sick. And look, I know some of us before this pandemic, with a cold would have hit, we staying home anyway. Like, symptoms of the flu, symptoms of just a fever, stomach ache, we staying home anyway. I don't know how many people with a hangover every day in America stays home because that hangover is too much. Like, man, forget the job. He was battling a whole illness. And kept going. I think that just says a lot to his character. And I think it's so much more amazing how, not only with the help of Ryan Coogler and the help of Michael B. Jordan and Lupita and everyone at Marvel, I just don't know how much more Chadwick Boseman could have brought to that character of T'Challa, the king that we had. I don't know how much more he could have brought. And it swept over the world to be playing one of the most iconic characters ever in comic history, the richest character ever in comic history. Someone who has so many layers of not only being a hero, but also a king, but also a son. but also, an ally to so many in the comic books, and to translate that to live action and show not only, young kids that, our black is beautiful, but to show us adults uh, just how we still can change the world, how we do have a world to fight for, and how do we properly have these conversations to fight for it. I don't know about you all, but and to think that it's the most uh, it earned the top grossing movie ever to exist. To think that you would know, you would you would see how iconic he was as this character, and how he pushed a story of strength and beauty and wisdom and trust to every young black child, to show us that, you know how to still stand tall for what you believe, to go against the old ways that, weren't fully working for you, to go against something that just doesn't work, to stand tall for who you are and whose you are. To embody someone like that, and to embody it and dedicate it to and dedicate it to not only black children, but the children who made a difference for him. It was much more amazing. What I mean by that is the fact that our brother Chadwick Boseman did an interview, and he talked about how there were two young children with cancer, and they were holding on just to see this movie. And in any case, you would think, how amazing is that these kids are fighting to see a movie like that's literally just what you're saying. It's kids holding on, fighting past cancer that's eating them up every day just to see a movie by this actor, and to see what this movie entails. But to think that he's watching these kids say these things, and he's talking about these things, to just only be talking about someone going through what he's going through, and he gets to actually give them a goodbye. And to think that he actually got to say goodbye to these children, and he actually got to push a message, and push such a strong message for somebody going through something that he was going through also, and to not only push it to them, but push it to everyone who was looking and judging and trying to understand the movie and the character even more. And for you to do all of these things and still maintain strength just to push forward, just to give us such a breathtaking experience and world. That's amazing. And I would like to just say thank you. Thank you for all of your works, Mr. Boseman. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for being iconic. Thank you for playing every. I think Chadwick has played every like iconic, or he was going to play every iconic black man that ever existed, because he already played about three of them and knocked each one out the park. Which I think is a hard task in itself to do, when you have the same face but you have to tell a different story. And you told a different story each time. You did it, and it was amazing. And another movie that we really don't even get to talk about is Just a Message from the King. To see him in a real just like street cop fighting role, and going so far for his sister in that movie. It was amazing, man. Go watch it. Watch A Message from the King on Netflix. It's on there now. I think being in a world that I got to experience you and experience your works, I think that was the iconic part, and you playing such iconic characters and bringing them to life was even more of an amazing role. And I really hope that you got your flowers when you were here, but we're definitely giving you your flowers now that you're going. So, to Chadwick Boseman, thank you for everything you've done, and all of the messages you pushed, and all of the hearts that you touched. We appreciate it, and we thank you, and we love you. So, y'all, just to wrap it up, y'all, you can definitely check us out. We definitely still have new music coming. Also, any sponsors out there, any sponsors that wants to hear your business and your entrepreneurial skills pushed to the airwaves, come to New Wave Radio. We're pushing you. We're giving you a chance to get your business on air right here with us on vtradio.com. So come on, do your thing. We're going to pass on, and we're giving you a chance to get on live with us. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for being a part of the message. And remember, it's not a low tide, it's a new wave. This been your man Tasmanian the Influence, and this is New Wave Radio. Thank you.